back here on Forward. I am joined in studio this morning by activist Miles Christen. And no, activist is not his first name. Miles is his first name, but activist is his calling in life, maybe is the way to put it. This is going to be an extended segment of the Miles Files, which we do every Thursday here on Forward. And it's good to have Miles in studio. We can actually look at each other while we talk. That's important. Let's pot down this music here. Miles, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. Good to have you here. So let's jump right into the thick of things and talk about FEMA camps. And you had some questions for Russ Feingold and Representative Steve Kagan a few years back regarding the FEMA camps, and you did get a response from both representatives.
Yeah. Well, basically, the federal government gave a $268 million contract to Halliburton subsidiary Kellogg Brown and Root back in 2005 or 2006. Back in 2009, I asked Russ Feingold about this at a town hall session. He refused to answer it at the time, but I emailed his office and also the office of Congressman Steve Kagan, and these are the responses I received. First is from Zach Lowe, the press secretary of Senator Russ Feingold.
And I think you have to read these off the air. You were reading these to me in a very fancy British accent.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have to do it. That's the only way you can truly do this.
All right. This is Russ Feingold's office first. Once again, I would like to apologize for the lateness of the response into the question you asked in April of this year. I did take your question to the staff, and we were able to find information that, according to reports, a former Halliburton subsidiary received a contract in 2006 from the federal government to construct temporary detention centers for immigrants in the event of a natural disaster or other emergency. We have no knowledge of a series of detention camps across the country used to detain Americans. However, as is the duty of Congress to perform contract oversight, we will keep your concerns in mind. You may also want to contact the Department of Homeland Security and the Army Corps of Engineers for more specific information. Thanks, Zach Lowe, Press Secretary, U.S. Senator Russ Feingold.
So there we go. That was the response, which was kind of a non-response. They did say that there were temporary detention centers set up for immigrants in case of a natural disaster, in case of an emergency, but they said that these were temporary and they were not widespread. That was kind of the response that they gave you.
Now, the U.S. Congressman Steve Kagan, which was up in the Green Bay, Door County area, he actually signs it as if it's really him. It's most likely from his office, but it goes, "Thank you for contacting me to express your concern about reports of secret camps being built in Wyoming. I appreciate you taking time to share your views with me. Rumors have been circulating that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, has built internment camps in Wyoming. These rumors are simply untrue. The purported photos of these camps were altered images of a prison camp in North Korea. Thank you again for sharing your concerns with me. By working together, we will build a better future for all of us. Sincerely, Steve Kagan, medical doctor, member of Congress."
Now, that's pretty interesting because Senator Feingold's office said that these camps existed, but they were temporary. Representative Steve Kagan's office says that these camps don't exist. Yep. So you got two different responses from two different politicians.
Two different elected politicians giving me two different stories when really both of them should know how $268 million was spent. This was actually, originally it all started, under Jimmy Carter. We started FEMA. Under Ronald Reagan, he started a program called Rex 84, which you should definitely research Rex 84. Clinton asked about the program and didn't get much responses from what I heard. And, under George W. Bush, we had a lot of crazy things put into place. And from what I've heard, there are, anywhere from 1 to 3 camps in every state. The reports are that we have one in Wisconsin, possibly in Toma, and others possibly built off of the sides of old, military barracks and so forth. But, you look into the 2000, 2004, 2008, RNC, DNC conventions, a lot of times they round up the protesters and they bring them to these old warehouse facilities that have been turned into camps,